Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back again with another review for Maîtresse d'un homme marié. Today I'm going to talk about episode 13 and let's get into it. In the first scene we see that the male lawyer, who's called Amidou, is talking to Mustafa, and he's telling Mustafa that he is his lawyer. However, Mustafa tells him that he doesn't need his lawyer. He wants his wife, Raki. He wants his child. He wants to know how she's doing. But on the other hand, the lawyer doesn't have a lot of news for him, only that he knows that Raki has been transported to the hospital. Then Mustafa is in shock, and he basically begs the lawyer to, instead of being occupied with him, Mustafa, that he goes and sees Raki, checks on her, and if he wants to defend Mustafa, then he takes everything to actually defend Raki before him. Then we are brought to Raki, and Raki is still in the hospital. However, she seems to be opening her eyes, and her mom is actually really in shock, and she is screaming for the doctor, and the doctor is checking up on her. Then there's an unusual scene where you see that Biram is carrying Amina and Jalika is carrying Bebe Malik, and they both bring them to a king-sized bed, and they take off the shoes, and it's actually really cute because they finally look like a family. You actually see that the house is also very nice. It looks homely, it's nicely decorated and everything. And afterwards you see that Jalika and Biram are sitting on the couch and they're talking, and Jalika is confessing to Biram that she did not expect him to come through when she told him that she needed a place to stay. However, she thanks him and tells him that what he did, like the gesture, was very beautiful. And Biram tells her that, you know what, this is what I have to do. It's my responsibility to do this for my kids, but also for the mother of my kids. However, you have a choice to make as to whatever you want to do for the next steps. And Jalika tells him that, you know what, I will not give you permission to talk about or to decide for me what I'm going to do about my life. We both made sacrifices. We compromised in order to make these arrangements for our kids. However, that's it. Then Biram is like, that's true, Jalika, and you know, I'm not here to fight. However, you have been defensive lately. I'm going home and I'll see you tomorrow. And Jalika tells him that in the future that she would like him to announce whenever he's coming by to get the kids, which is good because we need boundaries. Then the male lawyer Amidou is at Raki's feet in the hospital. He's telling her that he is the lawyer. However, she tells him right away, I don't need a lawyer, I killed Bakary Sagna, and that's the end of the story. Then Amidou tells her that, you know what, I came here because of Mustafa, and he is the reason I'm here, because I had a meeting with him and the only thing that he said was Raki, and he asked me to check up on you. Of course, Raki is interested because she wants to know as well how Mustafa is doing. Then Amidou continues, he's like, you know what, Mustafa wanted me to defend you. However, I want to defend you both. However, I need to know everything that has happened, including the details. Think about it. Mustafa is also affected within the story. Think about him, to encourage her to tell the story. And then she starts to tell the story. And the story starts like this. You know what? Mustafa is everything to me. He is a good person. He helped me overcome all the bad things in my life. But then the bad thing returned. Bakary Sagna. He tried to rape me. Then she continues to tell the story of how Bakary Sagna used to be a friend of the family. He would come by her house and make her mom think that he spoiled Raki with presents, but what he would actually do was take her to his house and rape her and do everything that he wanted with her. Of course, she grew up to hate men. However, then she met Mustafa, who helped her live life and enjoy it. However, Bakarisanya did not stop harassing her. He actually even started to propose to her about marriage. However, she did not know that everything was a trap. On her wedding day with Mustafa, and then you have the flashback of her and Bakarisanya, she concludes by saying that she defended herself. However, the lawyer wants to know because Bakarisanya is at least 3 times bigger than her and heavier than her. But of course, Raki cannot explain this. Then we have another case, which is Cher's case, and he is at the prosecutor's office with Dalanda. Dalanda is the one speaking for Cher, and she's telling the prosecutor that Cher is really remorseful, he has a lot of regret, and it will not happen again. However, the prosecutor is like, yeah, but whatever's in the file is a lot more heavy than just that. It's a case of serious violence. However, Cher has to defend himself because he's like, I have never shown that against Lala nor my kids. However, this is not really appreciated because the prosecutor asks Cher to keep his emotions to himself. The prosecutor continues and tells him that, you know what, if this goes to court, you may risk going to prison. Of course, he's in shock, Cher. But then Dalanda is, you know, trying to save the day, and she's telling the prosecutor that, you know what, we should not forget that the plaintiff, Lala, and Cher, that they have kids together, and if he goes to prison, that it will ruin the image of Cher as a father to his children. And here the prosecutor agrees with Dalanda because he's saying that, you know what, maybe I should agree to arranging a meeting between the plaintiff and the defendant so that they can speak about it. Next, you see that Page is a bit annoyed with Amsa. And it doesn't take long to find out that it is about taking Amintafal's number, and Page is really going on Amsa, and he's like, yeah, and you disrespect me, and you have to respect me, and why can't you listen to what I say? Every time I say left, you say right. And he's really expressing to her that he is, you know, her elder, and that she should respect him but also respect Mère Diagne, because her actions show that she does not respect Mère Diagne. He's also kind of threatening her because apparently Page is the one who raised Amsa, and he's telling her that, you know what, you have to respect Mère Diagne because you know my character, and if you want to get me mad, you continue, but you already know me. He's also telling her that whomever you'll support in disrespecting Mère Diagne, I will fight you till the bitter end. He's also giving the example that she should respect Mère Diagne because her kids are also, you know, respecting him in a polite manner, and that she should do the same. Amsa is, you know, taken aback by this because she's telling him that I did not know that it hurt you this much, and I'm really sorry. Tomorrow I will go to Mère Diagne's and ask for her forgiveness. Lo and behold, Mère Diagne walks in, greets them both, and Page is explaining to her that what they were talking about what happened the other day. Mère Diagne basically stops him and tells him that, you know what, it's okay, Amsa, she's young, and you know what, I don't have anything against her, I don't have a problem with her, I know she's young, and young people do things that they may regret later. And she's even telling Amsa that, you know what, she is Page's niece, but this is her house, she's always welcome, and that because of the love that Page has for Amsa, that she will love her regardless. And I thought that was also really pretty. And of course, Amsa just asks Mère Diagne for forgiveness right away. Then we're getting breakfast with Lala and Noura, and apparently Noura does not want to eat breakfast because when she's done, her mom tells her to get ready and prepare for school. However, Noura's like, no, I'm not going to school. I have a headache. Then Lala tells her that she's going to call the doctors, and then she's like, no, I'm not going. And Lala is like, why not? What? And Noura tells her, if you don't get my dad out of where he is, I don't want you to talk to me. And she walks away. Then we go back to Amidou, and he is having lunch with Regina. And Regina is asking him if he still wants her to defend, you know, Rocky / Mustafa. However, Amidou tells her that, you know, yes, but it's a little bit more complicated. And he tells her that the story that Rocky told him in the hospital, that it has left him feeling a kind of way, that his blood has turned ice cold. And he starts telling this story that as a young girl, she was raped by Bakary Sagna. And what is, you know, remarkable about this scene is that by some parts, Regina is actually filling in the stories. So when Amidou is telling Regina that she was being raped by him in her youth, she is actually filling in the blanks that, oh, so that night he wanted to rape her again. In the end, Regina comes to the conclusion that Bakary Sagna deserved to die. I said so. And Regina tells Amidou that she wants the files by this afternoon on her desk, that she will defend her and that she will do anything to make sure that she doesn't, you know, rot away in prison, because she doesn't deserve that. Then Lala tells the girl that lives in their house that Noura is not feeling quite herself and that she doesn't want her to go to school because she will not be able to concentrate on the schoolwork, and that she will leave some money behind so that the girl can buy things and do things that Noura really wants. At that moment, Noura's friend comes, and Lala's actually elated because she's like, you came right on time. Noura is in the living room, and the friend asks Noura to come and play, but Noura's like, no, I don't want to play. I'm tired. Go home. And the friend is like, you know what? Don't ever come to my house again. And she leaves. But then again, Lala hears everything and she wants to talk to Noura. And the first thing that Noura says is, can you bring me to dad? Because people in my class have been telling me that people in prison don't get to eat and don't get to drink. Also, Noura asks her mom, why did you leave him there? At that moment, she is being called by her office. Then you see that Biram is talking with Pagay, and Pagay is telling him that, you know what you said last time, you were right. We cannot only focus on Cher's problems and forget about the company. So I'm proud of you that, you know, you took matters in your own hands and took over the company in the meantime. He's also telling him that he knows that Cher trusts the lawyer and that he also trusts the lawyer, but also saying that his mom really loves him and that she would do anything for her kids. And Biram tells Pagay that, you know what, thanks dad, but also that he knows that sometimes his mom's words, they may hurt, but she means well. He also says that he will come by the house more often to visit her. Then Amsa comes in and brings the drinks. However, she only gives a drink to Pagay and herself. And Biram is like, you know what? Even if you would offer me a drink, I would not drink it because nobody knows if you put poison in it. And then it becomes like a pull and tug between Biram and Amsa. However, after a while, it basically becomes like a Cher versus Mariem thing, and it's so childish. At one point, Pagay interrupts them and tells them that he doesn't care about their relationship. He tells them both that they are cousins, and Amsa's reaction is, I'm not related to him. And Biram is like, yeah, that's true. Biram and Amsa cousins. I can't. Then we see that Regina is sitting in a room. However, she looks off, way off. Once I saw this, I already knew what was up. Dalanda comes in, and Dalanda is quite agitated because she's like, why did you call me here for? And Regina's like, the file on the bed. She takes the file, reads it, and she's like, I know I told you that we would only have, you know, a professional relationship from now on. However, did you call me only for this? And then Regina tells the story of Raki, that Raki was raped by the victim, Bakary Sagna, since she was a child. And then you actually see a flashback of Regina, and it is just a man calling the kid, telling her to go up. Then they're up, and then she screams. So she was raped by this man. Dalanda is clearly in shock. However, she tells Regina that she cannot take this case. But Regina keeps telling her that she already took it and she has to take the case. Dalanda reminds her, do you remember what we have been going through to make sure that today you have your sanity, you are back, you know, to life, that you have, you know, overcome so much, and all the years it took to get to this point? But still, Regina keeps telling her that she already made that decision and that she has to take this case. She also says that she, Raki, got rid of her rapist, and that if she had gotten that chance, her life may have been different, but that she never got justice and he never paid for his crime. Men like Bakary Sagna don't deserve compassion. This is a typical case of self-defense. I cannot leave her in prison. However, what I can do is set up a team of good lawyers to her defense, to their defense, because they want to defend both Raki and Mustafa. However, I am counting on you, because if you won't be there, Dalanda, I would not be able to handle this emotionally. And of course, Dalanda agrees and tells Regina that she can count on her. That was it for episode 13, and you know, this episode was not really a lot of action. However, I think that they are building up to it, and I cannot wait to see what they're coming up with next. And I hope that Monday's episode will be with slightly a bit more action. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.